So by now, you've heard the housing market is making some moves. In a matter of weeks, we went from an intense seller's market to a slightly less intense seller's market. Sellers still firmly in control, still pocketing plenty when they ultimately go to the closing table, but there is more inventory hitting the market, meaning if you do sell your home, you're going to be up against other houses on the same block. So these 5 keys are going to be crucial, must-dos to stand out against that competition if and when you list your home for sale. Everybody, Ryan Haarer here, realtor at Sotheby's International Realty in Denver, helping buyers and sellers up and down the Front Range achieve their dreams and, of course, understand what is happening in the real estate market. If you get anything out of this video today, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would certainly help me out, continue to produce these videos. Like the video and comment below if you have questions about what's happening or what you see in this video. Of course, we can't get to all of it in the few minutes that we have together. We'll make more videos in the near future. All right, let's get into it. The top 5 must-dos before listing your home for sale in this changing market. Number 1, hire a pro with a plan. It is extremely easy to get your real estate license, so don't just go hire your friend or relative to sell your largest financial asset if they don't have a proven track record and a detailed plan. This market is still moving extremely fast, so make sure that when you meet with a realtor for the first time, they have a very clear, comprehensive, step-by-step checklist to get your home to market, to get you the most money when you go to the closing table, and to close as soon as possible. It's the most obvious one, but we have to take a deep dive into it. So more importantly for you, the home seller, is how do you know you're hiring the right person? Well, it is important for you to get along with the realtor, so have them over to your home. You're going to want them to walk around anyway, get to know them, get a feel for how they operate, and make sure that you're compatible. That's going to be important. You want to be able to call them at any moment and feel like you can ask them any question and they're going to have a response to it. To my next point, you want to make sure that they have tons of market knowledge, so feel free to ask a ton of questions. What do they know about the market? What are homes closing for? How fast are homes closing in the market? What's the buyer pool like for this type of home? How many buyers are likely going to walk through my home for showings? All of these things are very, very crucial. And then ask about their experience. I am not talking about how many years they've been in the business. I know of plenty of realtors who've been in the business 20 plus years and do 3-4 deals a year. I'm talking about what does their last 6-month deal flow look like? Who have they been working with? What kind of homes are they selling? These are things you need to know to make sure that they're prepared to help you prepare to get your home on the market and sold. And ask them about how some of those transactions have gone. Are they going above and beyond to sell their clients' homes? Are they doing more than just saying, well, we'll put your listing in the MLS and we'll hire a professional photographer and negotiate for you? It takes way more than that to get every dollar you can out of your largest asset, likely one of your largest assets. So make sure that they're going above and beyond. Ask those questions, be frank with them about what you're looking for. That first meeting is important. Do me a favor, go down in the comments, let me know the good and bad experiences you've had with realtors in the past. What are you hoping for when a realtor comes to your home and lists your home for sale? What's going to be the most important factor to you as the seller when hiring someone to represent you? I'd love to hear more about that in the comments below. Talk about your good experiences, your bad experiences. I want to hear them all. Number 2 is prepare your home for sale with the buyer in mind. This is often the toughest part for most sellers because it involves a whole lot of decluttering, packing up, and deep cleaning. In an ideal world, all a buyer wants to see when they walk through the home is themselves living there. Some furniture, home decor, a chance to make it their own. A great way to make sure a buyer feels at home is to remove all personal effects, any kind of family portraits, controversial posters or artwork. Take them all down, pack them away. They do not need to be out there for showings or photos when the time comes. Also, in terms of repairs, there are a wide range of things you can do to prepare your home for sale. Generally speaking, we are not going to be talking about major overhauls, but if your daughter one day decided she wanted to paint her room bright pink, it could be a good idea to paint that a more neutral color. minor repairs can be made. Make a punch list of loose door handles or small drywall nicks that you may hire a handyman to repair all at once, or take care of a few of those items yourself. If you are moving out before listing the home and the whole place is going to be empty, consider staging it. We actually do full stages for homes that are completely empty to make it feel like more of a home instead of just a big box. Same goes for rooms that may not have been filled out in the time that you lived there. Sometimes we'll bring in some additional chairs or artwork to fill the space and make it feel a little more warm. Consider adding some of those to your spaces as well. Finally, and this is probably the most important one, make sure the home is clean and smelling right. I can't tell you how many homes I've walked into and I'm just shocked that the family or whoever was living there didn't at least do their own wipe down of the counters and vacuuming of the floors, washing of the floors. These are things that ideally you would hire professional cleaners for. We want this place to be spick and span and smelling right. This is not the time to test out new air fresheners. If there's a funk, air it out. Make sure that when a buyer walks in there, they're not put off right away. Number 3, get a professional home inspection before you even list the home. Yes, buyers are typically the ones ordering home inspections after going under contract, but sellers that do this and giving all of this information to the buyers up front, they're giving buyers a ton of confidence to write really strong offers and commit to the deal for the long haul. Not to mention, it can save sellers thousands from repairs after going under contract. We actually believe in this so much, we will pay for it. We give this report to every single buyer that walks through the home. They know exactly what they're walking into. They're not going to be surprised after going under contract and a couple of weeks later doing a home inspection and going, oh no, I don't know if I want this home anymore, or oh boy, I hope the seller's going to pay for this. They know about any issues up front. We've been able to address them, fix some things if needed, but what do you fix? So if it's something major, the buyer was very likely going to find out about it anyway when they do their own inspection, and we would probably be having to do this back and forth about who would fix the item. But when we address it up front and we say either we are not going to make this repair, but at least you know about it, or we'll work with you to make this repair, we can split the cost, you can still feel comfortable committing to this deal. There's a whole level of stress that drops 10 levels, and again, gets that buyer to commit to the deal knowing they won't have issues down the road. Really, we're just trying to prevent potential deal killers by addressing these issues up front. And the other thing is, think about the timing of the deal. A buyer typically does a home inspection about a week after going under contract when the home is pending. At that point, all of the other home buyers in the market have completely forgotten about your home. They're not interested in it at all anymore. And if you had to go back on the market, your listing, it loses a little luster. It's not as attractive as it once was, and that could hurt you in the long run in terms of having to do price reductions, etc. And to be clear, in Colorado, you have got to be upfront and honest about any material issues you know with the home. So if you know about a problem, you got to mention it up front anyway. You might as well be transparent, and we're really going to save us time and money in the long run. Just deal with the issues up front. Number 4, price to sell, not to sit. If you price your home too high at the very beginning, buyers will catch on and will not write offers. Your home will sit on the market for several weeks. You'll have to make price reductions. This is another extremely important reason to get a realtor who is plugged in, doing their homework, looking at the market and prices every single day. Pricing is so crucial to your experience as a home seller. Many of us have gone through extensive trainings on how appraisers determine market value, and that market value is going to be crucial when it comes to creating a list price. We want to be aggressive in our pricing so that we don't leave any money on the table, but not listing so high that your home sits on the market for several weeks. After about 2 to 3 weeks, really, in most price points, homes start to get stale if they don't have any offers on them. Buyers start to look at it and say, maybe there's something wrong with the home, or that's obviously overpriced because we have access to tons of data like everybody else. Thanks, internet. So we're not going to go into that home anymore. And guess what you have to do as a seller at that point? a price reduction. And when you do a price reduction, the next buyer that comes in there sees negotiating opportunities, and you may be ending up with even less than you were hoping with at the very beginning. Price drops are not a kiss of death. We will see more of them in the coming months and a year or two, but getting that professional price opinion and really trying to stick as close to it as possible when listing your home is going to be so important to retaining most of the equity and value you have in your home. All right, let's get on to one of the most important keys to listing your home in the next 6 months. Number 5, marketing. Shout it from the rooftops. Your home is for sale. Make sure your professional videos and photography hits as many real estate websites, social media channels, mailboxes with postcards, email flyers. You need as many eyes on your home as possible, because the more people that see it, the more showings that happen, the better chance you have of someone writing an offer, if not multiple offers. And by the way, just posting your home on the MLS with some photos may not be enough in the coming months. You gotta work hard to generate attention. Now, of course, you probably don't have the ability to do all of these things yourself, and you really shouldn't be responsible for doing all of those things. Again, this is something that you need to talk to your realtor about. What kind of marketing capabilities do they have? How is their brokerage helping blast out this information? What websites or news outlets are they connected to make sure that your listing hits those important sources across the globe? You don't know where people are moving to your city from, so make sure that you have a general idea before you sign any kind of listing agreement about where your home is going to be advertised. Get a weekly update. A realtor should be providing a regular update on how many people are seeing your home, what are showings looking like, how much media have you put out, where are the postcards going, how many people receive this email newsletter. These are all important factors that you deserve, frankly, for hiring someone to sell your largest financial asset. Now, you do have an opportunity to share some of this information yourself. Your realtor hopefully has an Instagram channel, a TikTok, a YouTube, a Facebook page, a LinkedIn, and hopefully your listing has been blasted out to all of those mediums, to however many followers they have. But what's really easy to do? For you to repost it. Keep spreading the word. It's important for you to be vocal about the fact that your home is for sale. Again, as many people that can hear about it, the better. Bottom line, and important to note, in this age, the internet is king. Your first showing really happens online. So make sure that you have high-end photography and videography. Video is huge these days in getting people into homes. It's worked well for us. I hope it works well for you. So that's it. Just 5 keys that are going to be crucial to selling your home in this new seller's market in the coming months and year or two. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, please reach out. My contact information is below. I know we're just scratching the surface on so much of this, but I'm happy to dive into it to greater detail with you in the future. Or let me know what you want me to do a video on in the near future. I'd be happy to create more content. To that point, please like, subscribe, and comment. It helps me keep this channel going. We'll see you next time.